This is ice swimming. The water here is so cold it makes your body completely numb in a matter of seconds, and it could easily kill an untrained person due to cold shock. And yet, thousands of people around the world willingly participate in events like this, where competitors can spend more than 30 minutes in the water. But why would you put yourself in such a risk? And why would you willingly go through so much pain? Well, I was about to find out. So the water is 3 degrees now?
No, I think between 1 and 2. The day before yesterday it was 0.8.
Woo! Yeah, so this is the venue. This is where we'll be swimming tomorrow. Damn. The whole lake is just ice, and they've opened up this hole here just so that we can swim in it. That's crazy. I'm doing 250 meters, so it's 5 times back and forth. But the group before me is doing 1,000 meters. 20 times back and forth. Takes like 20 minutes in 2-degree water. Damn, that's intense. Okay. So it's minus 7 degrees outside. The water is like 3 degrees. Snow is pretty cold. Now, this is not the type of event that you can just enter without any prior experience. I started over a year ago, last winter, by just swimming in open water as the water was gradually getting colder and colder. And later on I also started doing ice baths on a very regular basis. And during my peak weeks I was doing up to an hour of cold immersion every week. So it's not like I just decided to all of a sudden sign up for an ice swimming event. I think you really need to prepare if you want to participate in an event like this. But even though my body was ready, everything else kind of failed. I have a bit of a problem. These are my swimming goggles. As you can see, they have dark lenses, but apparently you cannot use dark lenses in ice swimming competitions because they need to be able to see your eyes. You need clear lenses in your goggles. So I went out and I bought new goggles, but the only goggles with clear lenses that I could find were these. They're kids' goggles. So they're a bit tight. Plus, I'm not sure that they will hold water because they don't fit my face that well, so.
I'm going to take the stickers off, or?
No. What is it about like ice swimming that makes it so fun?
The people, the community, and that your body can do so much more than you think, I think, yes.
How do you train for something like this?
Yeah, like the fast swimming, I train that inside in the pool. Yeah, the cold. Every Sunday I go to a place and I go swimming there for like 15 to 30 minutes.
Wow.
And yeah.
So before the swim, I need to fill in this health declaration stating that I'm feeling healthy and that I have no injuries or illnesses. And then I need to see a doctor. They have a doctor here that will check your health. So it's getting serious. The reason why you have such extensive health checks and the reason why there are so many safety measures is that ice swimming is inherently risky. When you first enter the water, you get what's called the cold shock response. It's that involuntary gasping of air. And if you happen to breathe in water, you could easily start the drowning sequence. And you could drown in calm waters even if you know how to swim. The next danger is what's usually called the swim failure, where you just cannot move your arms and legs anymore. You become incapacitated, which is due to the fact that your muscles are slowly losing their ability to function due to the immense cold.
It's so hard to control. It just feels like you have no control over your muscles and everything gets numb and you can't even control the breathing and holy shit.
And then if you're in the water long enough, there's the risk of hypothermia when your core temperature drops low enough. And even when you get out of the water, first of all you get this after drop when the cold blood rushes from your extremities to your core. you feel colder than you've ever felt before. And if that's not enough, there is the danger of what they call circumrescue collapse, which can lead to loss of consciousness and, in the worst case, cardiac arrest. This whole event is going to start with the 1,000-meter swim, which is the hardest swim event that they offer here. 1,000 meters in 2.9 degree water. So.
We're waiting for the referee to start the competition of today. And until then, please keep warm, because it's very nice, bright weather, but it's very cold, as it should be at this kind of swimmings.
Can you tell me about, like, how does it feel throughout the 1,000 meters?
Well, first you get in and it's like, this is cold. Why am I doing this? And then at one point you get your breathing under control and it's like, oh, this is actually nice, and you start to feel like a bit warm. And then you swim a bit and it's like, oh, this is going great. And then it's like, this is getting cold. This is getting colder. How much meters do I have to do again?
The cold is going to your bones. It's so cold and it's in your body. And afterwards, you're shivering and then you're getting warm again. Years ago, some put warm towels on my back after my competition. I had a blackout.
Yeah, what I noticed is that everyone has a dry robe, you know. They can put something on after the swim. I don't have anything. I only have a towel. Oopsie. Yeah, it's gonna be great. So let me give you the full context here. The coldest water I had swam in was about 4 or 5 degrees Celsius, and now the water was closer to 2 degrees Celsius. I had kids' goggles that I had never used. I also had to buy new swimming trunks, which were extremely tight. I had no dry robe, and I had even forgotten my towel, so I would need to dry using my hoodie. We'll see how this goes. So the swim starts with the referee giving you some commands. First, they ask you to remove your clothes or dry robe, which I didn't have, and to move into the water. And you don't really have that much time to get into the water. You need to get in there swiftly and be prepared to start swimming, which if you would never have done cold water swimming would be an absolute nightmare. Like, just managing the cold shock response would take you probably 30 seconds. But I was sufficiently adapted, so that didn't really bother me. And before I knew it, the swim had started. And of course, like with any other sport that you try for the first time, I started way too fast. Now, in a normal swimming competition, it would have been probably okay that I started a bit too fast. I could have adapted my speed later on. But the thing is, in cold water, it is extremely hard to control your breathing for the first few minutes. And because I started so fast, I quickly just started gasping for air. I could not keep to the breathing pattern that I usually have, to breathe every 3 strokes. I just felt like I wasn't getting enough air in. And then it's a vicious cycle. You can't breathe, so you panic, so you can't breathe, so you panic, so you can't breathe. Already after the first 2 laps, my technique just flew out the window. I was all of a sudden breathing every stroke, and the only thing I could focus on was my breathing. But the weird thing was that I didn't really notice the cold that much, at least now that I think of it. Maybe it's just the cold blurring my brain, but the cold didn't really bother me. And it's actually funny, based on like my experience, it's a lot easier to be in cold water when you're swimming compared to if you would just stay still in the water. So me being cold wasn't really the problem. The problem was just I couldn't breathe. And so even though I started in the lead, after a few laps, someone passed me. I think many people started passing me. And then I just struggled to get to the finish line. But I was very happy to finally be finished with the swim.
Heel goed.
Ja, die bent er! Come on! Super!
Went out way too fast. And it's totally different than like pool swimming. Let's not tell anyone that I don't have a towel.
I think that with big risks, you also usually get big rewards. And it's kind of the same with ice swimming. Yeah, there are risks, but if you slowly progress into it and do it in a safe manner, as safe as you can do it, there are many benefits to it too. Like personally, it's always an immense mood booster. Like I cannot come out of the water not being extremely happy. It's also a massive energy boost. I mean, cold water alone is like invigorating. Whew. But when you combine it with exercise, man, what a combo. And it simply makes you feel superhuman. So that's why I've enjoyed doing it and continue doing it.